very interesting that Marietta had a F4 or F3, one or the other. Sulphur, F4, F3, one or the other. Stillwater got hit. And just last night, Kearney, Oklahoma Cemetery, where my mother's at. Considering I was just speaking about this the past 2 weeks, you know, I was born in Oklahoma City. I lived in Marietta. I posted birth certificate type stuff. Was speaking about my mother who gave birth and her being buried at the Kearney, Oklahoma cemetery where the red dirt's at. And how I grew up in Marietta, Oklahoma for 2 weeks. Quite interesting how, you know, the tornadoes seem to go where my family is and where I grew up. Almost like, you know, when I'm speaking about a testimony, like a woman giving birth to a man-child, like in the book of Job, you know, the tornadoes seem to go with the book of Job and the man-child in the book of Job, like Revelation 12 and the man-child. Seems kind of weird and suspicious to me that the towns that I grew up and just spoke about within the last 2 weeks, every one of them got hit. Where my mother was born in Stillwater, Oklahoma, where we used to stop in Sulphur, Oklahoma, on the way from Marietta, Oklahoma. And now where my mom's actually at, Kearney Cemetery. Tornadoes, I hope if I have 3 friends, they're praying for me. Because if I have 3 friends that I could pray for, I would. But so far, I used to have lots of friends. Lots of friends. But I don't know where they're all at. They all think I'm crazy when it comes to speaking about the Lord Jesus. I hope somebody understands the Lord's Jesus's books and the book of Job and would see this message and begin to wonder, is this right here, Shiloh, speaking of a Shiloh, could it be? Could it? You know, because in Revelation 12 it says that they and her remnant with the blood of Christ, you know, the golden oil, it's her and her remnant that overcome. They're the overcomers. Does Shiloh's name mean brother? Like Philadelphia? Well, you guys can go look it up and see for yourself. I already had my own personal revelations. But me speaking and edifying me does no good. Everybody else is still looking for their personal Messiah, which is Jesus. And Jesus put his power on a woman and her remnant. But you really have to look at that. Could it be possible that the teachers and the preachers and the cemetery churches, cemetery schools, might not have had a complete revelation, or if they did, they're teaching it wrong? Because it seems like people that are actually speaking in prophecy of modern prophets are speaking about things. I know people right now that had dreams of Oklahoma getting tornadoes. That person don't even know who I am. I know people right now, I've been watching some of their videos because I find them interesting, that don't have many followers, but connected by the Spirit as having context clues of going to books in the Bible that I'm reading because the Lord's speaking through people that I'm not posting about on purpose. Because the Lord of hosts is not limited to the big mega churches. He used a donkey to speak and get his message out. He'll use people that are unaware of, unknowingly reading things for him. So, Marietta, Sulphur, Stillwater, and now where my mother is at, where that red dirt that I was speaking about, Kearney, Oklahoma Cemetery. Kearney's not a very big town. That was right at the farm. The book of Job. The man-child. In the book of Job, Job considered himself the man-child. Have you ever considered why? Because in Revelation 12, there is a woman. Like times of Jonah. Jonah prayed for death. I do not pray for death. I pray for life. Do you think I want more death than considering if my life has how it's been? Do you think I pity? Do you think I lose my integrity and curse God? No, I don't. I see very clear what's going on here. The problem is, it's like in Luke 18, where it's talking about the woman crying for justice. God will give her justice. But now, will he find the woman... will he find the world with faith when he returns? I don't know, did y'all catch that? When he returns?